What's up, everyone? So, of course, the Smash Bros. Direct just recently happened, and Smash Bros. Website's actually been updated to show all the stages it includes. So, of course, there's 103 confirmed stages, not including the Omega and Battlefield forms, which is absolutely nuts. I thought it would be fun to go through and see which stages haven't been included, and just kind of figure out if we think they're going to be added later on. So, let's go ahead and get started. So we're just going to run through all the games by order. So we have, from Smash 64, we have Planet Zebus. So Planet Zebus kind of makes sense why it hasn't been included, because this is basically Brinstar from Melee, and of course that game, that stage is in the game. So Planet Zebus, I don't think we'll see that in Smash Ultimate. Next up is Sector Z. Same kind of scenario. This stage is very, very similar to Corneria. It's a little bit bigger than Corneria. I know Melee was, kind of like the biggest version of that stage. Then Brawls and 3DS's versions of Corneria were a little bit smaller than Melee's, but I don't really think there's any chance of Sector Z happening. And then for fun, I'm just going to throw in the Metal Mario stage called Meta Crystal. Now, of course, this wasn't an actual playable stage in Smash 64, but it would be really, really cool to actually see this be playable. Just, a fun little throwback. Hey, maybe it'll be in Classic mode in Smash Bros. Ultimate. That would actually be super sick. Regardless, it would be cool to see it, but it is very, very basic, and it is kind of obscure. Not a lot of people know about it, unless they're big fans of Smash 64. So moving on to Melee, we have Icicle Mountain. That stage is not in the game, and you know what? Thank you, Sakurai, for not including any vertically based stages outside of Wrecking Crew. But Wrecking Crew isn't nearly as obnoxious as Icicle Mountain. So Icicle Mountain, I highly doubt he's going to add it, because I haven't seen any new vertically based stages from Smash Bros. Ultimate. So, and we didn't really see any in Smash 4 either. So hey, this might be the end of an era, the end of vertically stages for good. Then next up, we have Flat Zone. Now, this one's not a surprise, because Flat Zone X is in the game, so we're not going to see this, because, of course, Flat Zone X is just a combination of Flat Zone and Flat Zone 2. And then next is Mute City. Now, this one I was a little bit surprised, but then after some thinking, it's really not that surprising that we haven't seen this stage, because Great Town Aero Drive, I think that's what the name is, it's been a while, that stage is in the game, so Mute City is very, very similar. It's just got a different style, different look to it, but overall pretty similar stages, so I don't think we're going to see this one. And then there's Mushroom Kingdom from Melee. Now, what's interesting is we saw Mushroom Kingdom 2, but we're not getting the first one. Now, I feel like this one might still get confirmed eventually. It's just really weird that Mushroom Kingdom 2 would get that confirmed before this one, because generally speaking, people didn't like Mushroom Kingdom 2 that much. Then, of course, the big one that everyone's upset about is Pokefloats. Now, I'm actually a little surprised we're not getting this one, because it is kind of a fan favorite stage. Maybe we'll see it later on. Heck, maybe there'll actually be an updated version of Pokefloats that includes more Pokemon from all the generations, and maybe Sakurai's just saving that stage for a later time. I would honestly not be that upset if we didn't get this, but like an updated version of Pokefloats. And moving on to Brawl, we have Rumble Falls. So like Icicle Mountain, this is another vertical stage that almost nobody liked, and it's not been confirmed for Smash Ultimate, and like I said, you know what? I don't want to see it in here. Then next up is Flat Zone 2, so similar situation to Flat Zone. It's not going to be in the game because Flat Zone's X is already in the game, so we'll move on from that. And then next is PictoChat. Now, I'm pretty sure that the PictoChat stage that Sakurai's adding is PictoChat 2 from Smash 3DS. I don't think they're including this one, just based off of the picture. It is a little hard to tell. Let's go ahead and take a bit of a closer look at it, actually. So this is an image from it says PictoChat 2 right there, yeah. So they don't have the original PictoChat, which I'm kind of surprised they didn't just mash them together, make a PictoChat X. So moving on to Smash 3DS, we have Pac Maze. Now, they added Pac Land, but not Pac Maze. That really, really shocks me, because more people generally like this stage. I prefer this stage. I think it's really, really fun, and I was hoping to be able to play it again in Smash Ultimate, but I guess we get Pac-Land, woohoo. And then probably the most disappointed stage. I'm not really that disappointed because we're getting so many stages, but the one that I really, really wanted to play in HD was Rainbow Road, and it's not here, and that makes me so, so sad. I really, really hope that it will be confirmed at a later date, because this is one of the greatest moving stages in any Smash Bros. Game. It goes through the entirety of Mario Kart 7's Rainbow Road, of course, and the music is fantastic. There's the Rainbow Road medley that plays medleys of all the handheld Mario Kart games. It's so darn good, and I really, really hope we see Rainbow Road. And now moving on to the Wii U stages. So here we have Pyrosphere. Now, at first, again, I was a little surprised that we weren't going to see this one, but again, there's a conflict of interest, because of course, Meta Ridley was a boss in this stage, but now he's a playable character, so it doesn't make that much sense to have this stage in the game, so I don't think we're going to see it. And then next is Woolly World. Now, I feel like this one might get confirmed at a later time. This is honestly a really fun stage. It's got a really great aesthetic, so hopefully we'll see this one sometime in the future, because I really enjoyed it. And it's just kind of weird to not see it in the game. And another weird one to not see is Jungle Hijinks. Now, one of the more creative stages, I'd say probably the most creative stage in Smash Wii. You can fight in the foreground and in the background. It's not necessarily the most fun stage, but again, I'm kind of surprised that it's not in the game, especially considering we just got King K. Rool confirmed as a playable character. So finally another Donkey Kong character, but they're cutting out a Donkey Kong stage? I don't know. Then next is Orbital Gate Assault. This is another one I'm really surprised to not see. It's just strange because I remember Sakurai said they spent like a year making this stage and it's not in the game? Like I feel like this one has to get confirmed later on. And then finally we have the Miiverse stage. Now I don't think we're going to see this one because this was based off of having Miiverse posts pop up. So it's very unlikely we're going to see this. The only way I could see this stage coming back is if you could create Splatoon 2 posts, and then those can be on the screen. But that's Splatoon 2. That wouldn't even make sense for Miiverse, because that's not really Miiverse. And that is all the stages that I was able to find. So let me know in the comments what other stages you think they're going to bring to the game. And if you enjoyed this, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I got to get going. I'll talk to you guys later.